Hi, I'm Rudy, founder of Nickel Hayden and a municipal advisor to Texas Public Schools. This is Texas School Finance with Rudy. Here's what nobody tells you. When your school district passes a bond, the community celebrates, the board celebrates, and somewhere in the back of someone's mind, the thought crosses, maybe some of this can help with teacher pay. It cannot. Not $1, not ever. And the reason why goes deeper than most people realize. Today, we're going to talk about why bond money can never, under any circumstance, be used to pay a teacher's salary. And by the time we're done, you're going to understand exactly why that wall exists and why it actually protects you. I've been in this business for 15 years, and the question I get more than almost any other is some version of this. If the district has all this bond money, why can't they just use some of it for teachers? And every single time my answer is the same, because the law won't allow it. State law, federal law, both. The Texas Education Code section 45.001 is very specific about what bond proceeds can be used for. Construction and acquisition of school buildings, renovation of existing facilities, land acquisitions, technology, infrastructure, buses and transportation equipment, capital items with a useful life of more than 1 year. That's it. Teacher salaries are not on that list. Operating costs of any kind, not on that list. The Texas legislature drew a clear legal line between capital expenditures and operating expenses. Bond money is for capital. M&O money is for operations. And those two categories do not cross. Now, here's the layer that most people don't know about, and this is where it gets really serious. It's not just Texas law that prevents bond money from paying teacher salaries. Federal tax law is involved too. When a Texas school district issues bonds, those bonds are sold to investors as tax-exempt municipal bonds. The interest investors earn is excluded from their federal income tax. That exclusion is what makes school bonds attractive to investors and allows districts to borrow at lower interest rates. Tax exemption comes with conditions. The IRS requires that tax-exempt bond proceeds be used for qualified capital purposes only: construction, renovation, infrastructure. The moment a district uses bond proceeds for operating expenses, like teacher salaries, it has violated those conditions. The consequences are severe. The IRS can retroactively declare the bonds taxable. Investors who bought those bonds expecting tax-free income now have a tax liability they were not planning for. Add in legal fees, federal audits, and reputational damage in the bond market, and you have a financial crisis that would cost the district far more than any teacher raise ever was worth. So when Knocks ISD passes a $300 million bond and someone asks, what if we use just a portion for teacher raises? The answer from anyone who knows this system is an immediate no. Not because the board doesn't want to help teachers, because the risk is catastrophic and not proportional to the benefit. The wall between bond money and teacher pay is the legal architecture that makes affordable school borrowing possible. Take it down and you lose the financing. Bond money in Texas can pay for buildings, it can pay for land, it can pay for buses, technology, and renovations. It is governed by Texas Education Code 45.001 and by federal tax law under the IRS code. Teacher salaries are an M&O expense. They live in a completely different legal universe. The next time someone asks why a district with hundreds of millions in bond money can't give teachers a raise, you have the answer. It's not political. It's not a choice. It is the law, both state and federal. Now you understand why the wall has to be there. If this episode helped you understand something you didn't before, share it. Follow me on LinkedIn for more of this every week. And if you represent a Texas public school district navigating bond compliance or debt management, come find us at nickelhayden.com. This is what we do. Episode 7 is next, and we're going to talk about one of the most powerful and least understood tools in all of Texas public finance, a $1 billion backstop that most voters have never heard of. See you there.